video, I'm going to be going ahead and showing you guys the best Season 2 Spongebob Tower Defense tier list for every single unit in the game. But before I go ahead and do that, would you like yourself a chance to win a free mythic unit in the game? All you need to go ahead and do is drop a like, subscribe to the channel, then go ahead and comment your Roblox username down below. I pick a one lucky winner each video. Anyway guys, without further ado, let's get on with the video. So as you can go ahead and see up on screen right now, we have a tier list with every single unit in, or at least I think this is every single unit. If I have missed any, feel free to comment down below. But anyway guys, it's going to be time to rank every single one of these units. There is for some reason 2 secret Garys of the tier list, but we're just going to go ahead and ignore that. And let's start off with just a normal Gary, and we are unfortunately going to have to throw him in D tier, along with Patrick, along with Sandy, and just because I like SpongeBob, I'll put at the start there. Actually, maybe let's put him in C tier though. I'll put SpongeBob in C tier. We'll also put Squidward in C tier as well. And now I'm gonna have to make sure I use some brain cells. So I feel like that's definitely the easiest part of the tier list. Actually, these all may just be in D tier. No, these are all going in D tier. All the commons in D tier there. And now we need to add some more. We'll put him there, and then this actually is where the tier list gets kind of hard. Of course, the bottom ones are really easy to go ahead and do, but it's where you actually go and put the top ones. That's probably the ones you guys are looking for. And I'm going to try and remember the name of some of these units. If I do mess by any of them, feel free to say down below. Let's get Barnacle Boy in D tier as well there. And there's been a lot in D tier, so maybe we should go ahead and put some of the rare ones in. I'm going to put in the start of A tier. We're going to have Caveman Spongebob, a very nice unit there. But atop of that, we're going to have S tier Sandy. Sandy is just so broken. Or at least the mythic version of Sandy is very good to have in the game. And now this is where we have to do a lot of thinking in this tier list. We have Manta Ray. Honestly, I don't think Manta Ray is that good. I'm going to put Manta Ray, although it is a mythic unit, in B tier. Now, I may change some of these tier list parts later. Also, hopefully you like this style of video. It's slightly different to what I'd usually do. Anyway, though, we're going to try and make sure this is pretty good, though. We're also going to put the Quickster in. I've really put Quickster in A tier, S tier, but it may... I'm going to put Quickster at the start A tier, you know. That seems to be a good way around this right now. And now we do have Cyborg Plankton, which is a secret unit. But, like, debatably, I think Sandy could be better than it, purely because you can place down 2 of them. I will put it above Sandy for now, but Hibernation Sandy actually kind of can compete with the secret, purely because you can have 2 Hibernation Sandys, but I suppose cost-wise would have to go ahead and put Plankton up front there. And then, oh, this is actually where it's going to get really hard to work out this tier list, because there are so many good units in this. We've got to go ahead and put an A tier, the Krusty Krab. It's one of the only money makers in the game. I actually think it's the only money maker in the game. And we'll go ahead and put just 1 behind Quickster there, as you really don't need it, but it helps out like a lot to progress through the game. And will be very useful to have. Of course, you just have a high enough full damage team, good starters. You can go ahead and do well, but honestly, Krusty Krab, even with that, will help you out a ton when playing the game. Also, we have 2 Cayman Spongebobs. Okay, there's multiples in some of this tier list right now, but there's some that are multiple, some that there's only 1 of. So we'll just ignore the multiples and we'll leave them at the end. Now we have to put the next unit in the tier list. And we're going to go for Pearl. Honestly, Pearl is only a rare unit, but it's actually just a pretty good starter unit. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in B tier there. Handsome Squidward. I really like the unit. It's a really good one to have there. So I am going to put Handsome Squidward in A tier. I wouldn't say he's an S tier unit, but he's a pretty good starter unit to go ahead and use. And wow, this actually does get kind of hard. We also should probably speed up with this tier list, because it's maybe like a 500-minute long video. Of course, you want to make a shorter version of this tier list, so I can do so as well if you guys do want me to. But I'm pretty sure if you're watching this one, you probably want to see the longer version of the tier list. So I feel like now is probably where it's going to be time just to go ahead and put like everything, just start speed running through the tier list right now. I'm not going to have reasons for all of them. Some of them are very self-explanatory. Almond Jenkins, D tier. Also for D tier, I'm just going to leave it as kind of like a mixed tier, where nothing's really ordered. Not handsome, Squidward, the nerdy Squidward though, the very posh Squidward, I put him there. And we probably should start throwing some of them in the lower tiers, just so I can actually go ahead and do the lower tiers. Just throw them all in there and get them done. It's not particularly ordered here. Up for the B tier and above, I'll try and do the best at ordering it. But honestly, I don't really use any of these C tier or D tier units at all in any way, shape, or form to go ahead and actually put them into a fair list that actually be like good to do. Elastic Waistband will put in B tier as well there, and I kind of want to put them in front of Mamre. I really just do not like Mamre. I feel like I actually may have beef with Mamre. There's a possibility of that. I'll put you there. There is a bunch of units in this game. I actually kind of forgot just how many units. Spongehenge has to be S tier. I'll say Spongehenge, honestly, probably is the best unit in the game. I actually don't think we have anything in this video that is going to go ahead and beat Spongehenge. What else could we get? Captain Magma. Captain Magma, really nice unit. I'd say it's an S tier unit as well there. Somewhere in between these, like, yeah, we'll leave him there just for now. The new unit, the Goofy Goober Spongebob, we gotta have as an S tier unit as well there. Fish, I like the fish. We'll put fish there. It's a nice unit to use. Don't really use this one here, so we'll put him there. Smitty, he's okay. Smitty is nothing crazy, I'd say. Probably like there for Smitty. And so yeah, fish is there. Okay, we'll leave that for now. How that is. This is where it's also trying to remember the names of all of them. This one I actually didn't mind. I used it at the start of the game. I'm pretty sure it's Ocean. That's what it's called. And it was actually a decent unit to have. Doodlebob, you can sneak your way just maybe there. And wow, this is actually getting slightly harder than I thought. We'll put this Mythic probably there. We'll put what's it? Yeah, Mermaid Man. We'll put Mermaid Man there. And then we gotta put Secret Gary. Oh, not Secret Gary, but the new Gary unit, the new Secret. I suppose it is Secret Gary. I'm gonna put him in S tier, of course, but I'm gonna say Spongehenge is better purely because Spongehenge just gets every single unit. Like it's attacking everything. Although Gary is pretty good as well. And maybe if I do like a test video on it, I may change my mind mission video where I compare the two of them. But I'm gonna leave Spongehenge as #1 on the tier list, at least for now. And then we have a few other units here that I probably should go ahead and try and find a decent place for. So it's going to kind of look a little bit like I'm throwing them on right now, because it's kind of what I'm doing is I'm not really too sure about where these guys go, as I just haven't really used any of them near enough to like decide which one's the best in particular. Also, I'm trying to look at it. Is there multiple of some of these guys? I actually think there may be a few of some of them. So if we just do something like that, it'll probably be in a good spot. I'm also really not sure about some of these newer units as well. Maybe put you there or there. We'll put him there for now, so I haven't used him too much. And then we have already done them two. We have this Squidward here. This is when you get for doing the challenges. So I'm going to put this one like here, but probably behind, probably there. And honestly, Mamre, you gotta drop. I'm going to put Mamre like actually the end of B tier. It's probably barely even a B tier unit in my eyes. Plankton, we'll put Plankton there. Flying Dutchman, it's a decent unit there, so put maybe Flying Dutchman just there. And wow, this tier list is getting a lot harder than I thought it would be. We have Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs going to make it in high C tier there. This Mollusk unit also probably going to go ahead and doink him in. Let's put him in B tier as well. I wouldn't say he's like insane in any way, shape, or form. Then we have Baby Prune, which I don't think yet has had a buff, so it's actually just a really trash unit. But it is one of the most rarest units in the game. I actually think it may be the rarest unit in the game, purely just for the amount of time it was in the game for. So purely just on rarity, I'm going to go ahead and put it in A tier. Stat-wise, probably not A tier, at least at the moment. There's also 2 Baby Prunes on this tier list. I'm not really sure what's went on there. And then we've got to go ahead. I'm going to end this as the final view for the tier list. Now, I'm not like I wasn't 100% sure on a lot of these, but I feel like I just had the way to do a tier list. I did kind of my instinct, the ones I've used, or at least what I've heard other people say. Value has slightly been adjusted into this tier list, although it hasn't like 100% one-on-one been put into the tier list here. But this would have to be my final tier list, with the best unit in the game going ahead and being Spongehenge. The then second best being the Secret Gary, then Cyborg. Then I'm going to put Sandy. then Captain Magma, then the new... Do I put this one in front of Captain Magma? Okay, we'll put him in front of Captain Magma, Goofy Goober. We'll have Goofy there. Actually, no, we're going to put it in front of Sandy, and... Oh, I don't know. Like, it's a really hard one to do. You know, I'm going to switch these two around. And yeah, we'll leave Goofy like that for now. That may have been a... Actually, no, we'll leave it like this. I think that's a good one. We'll have Plankton, then Goofy. Quickster and A tiers. I do really like the unit. I'd say it's just off making it into S tier purely because Spongehenge, like, if you have a Spongehenge, you have no use for Quickster, like, whatsoever. It kind of defeats the point of it. And then the rest of this tier list is really good. Of course, some of these units are starter units, such as Handsome, Pearl, Elastic Waistband. These are ones used at the start of the games, but like long term, they're not going to keep you going too well. But honestly, I think this is a really good tier list here. If you do disagree with the tier list, please tell me down below. Tell me what you would change. This video is kind of me making a tier list and seeing what you guys would think as well. And I actually had a lot of fun doing it. If you want to make more tier lists and maybe some other tower defense games, tell me down below. Of course, I'll have to actually play the game first. But anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, drop a like, subscribe, and hey, watch this other video, guys. Watch the other video.